Just disappointed today. Appreciate a great environment and a great group that came out to support us today. We hope they'll be back in here next Sunday. You know, the game can teach us a lot about ourselves, and it's always about our response. We have an opportunity to learn a lot from this, but credit a really good Vandy team. You know, I think Shay Ralph is one of the best young coaches in the country. I have great respect for her system and style of play, her integrity, and how she goes about it. She's one of my favorite people in the business, and I guess if we couldn't get the win today, at least I'm happy for her because they've worked really hard and did a really good job today. They're playing really good basketball with the win over Tennessee and now a win here on the road. So credit those kids. They did a really good job today, and just disappointed that we weren't able to make a few plays down the stretch and get a stop or two here or there. And you know, we missed a couple easy baskets late and just got to finish plays, and they were able to, and we weren't.
We'll start with questions for the student athletes. Please raise your hand. Start here with Elijah.
Sarah, Ashlee, you know, despite the loss, it was your first game back in 3 weeks, and you had a career high. You know, how good it feels to, you know, finally get back on the courts and have an impact like you did today.
I mean, it feels good to be back on the floor. I don't really care about my career high, to be honest. You got to win games. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I scored 36 points. Oh, well. I messed up on defensive assignments. I gave up some offensive rebounds. That's not on the stat sheet, and so obviously you got to go back and look at that. So, yeah, it's good to be on the floor, but it's not good to not do what you're supposed to do sometimes on defense and miss some things around the rim that you need to make at the end of games. So I don't really have anything else to say other than, like, we just got to do our job, and we didn't do that tonight.
Other side with Matthew.
Carly, what were some of the challenges that y'all were seeing on the defensive end thrown at y'all from Vanderbilt in this game?
They were just playing with more effort than we were. We weren't keeping them from getting to their spots. They were beating us to their spots. And so when you don't play with the correct energy and effort and you're not doing what we worked on with the scout, those are the results that you're going to get. And so we have to clean that up and play with much more effort going into the next game.
Right in the middle.
Sarah, Ashlee, this was your first game back after the ankle injury. How was your ankle feeling throughout the game, and how does it feel right now?
Yeah, it feels good. I have a great athletic trainer who worked with me for three and a half weeks, and you know, we busted our butt to try and get me back as quick as we could. I think that I'm very thankful to have her in my corner. I'm very thankful to have a coaching staff that trusts and believes in me and wanted me to get better and not just rush it back. They wanted me to fully recover to make sure that I was going to be good to go for the rest of the year. But, I mean, I just couldn't say enough about my trainer just because I think that when you go through an injury, there can be times where you get negative. But the one thing she did was continue to have positivity in my ear and continue to tell me, hey, you're going to get back out there. Let's keep working hard. I mean, we were in the gym doing pretty much everything from 8:15 until probably 5 p.m. every single day. A lot of people don't see those hours, and a lot of people don't get to give credit to their athletic trainers, and I'm just very grateful that I get to give credit to her because she does one heck of a job for our team. She did one heck of a job for me, and I'm very blessed to know her.
We'll do last two, starting with Elijah.
Carly, you know, despite the sluggish third quarter on offense, y'all were able to really turn around offensively in the fourth quarter. You know, 23 points. Y'all shot 71% of the field in that corner. What changed between that third and fourth quarter to help y'all play better on the offensive end?
Again, I think that, you know, kudos to SA. SA made some huge plays for us in the fourth quarter. You know, again, everything today just goes back to the energy because I think we could have gotten even more better shots had we played with better effort and better energy. And so, yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to give credit to SA because she made some big-time plays to keep us in the ball game. I know Zay made some plays in the fourth that kept us in the ball game. And so, thankful for that. But, again, we got to be better.
Last one over here with Matthew.
Sarah, Ashlee, so far in SEC play, anytime that y'all have had a down game, y'all have always responded. What is the biggest factor in responding the next game?
I think that when you lose and fail at something, you try to respond the most positive way. I think that you go back and you look at film, you take what the coaches have that they give us, and you don't take it negatively, because what they show, what's on film, is you can't really go back and forth on film. It's just like stats. You can't say, hey, I didn't go 1 for 7. Well, someone did go 1 for 7. Or I didn't go 2 for 3. Like whatever. So we're gonna go back into the film room. They're gonna show us what we did wrong. They're gonna correct us, and then we're gonna respond the right way. And we're gonna play a great team against Kentucky on Thursday. I mean, they're one heck of a team, and you just gotta keep responding, because in this league, it doesn't matter who you play. It could be the bottom of the SEC, the last team. They're gonna bring their effort every single day, and we didn't bring our effort at times in this game, and that's what caused us to lose this game. Vandy absolutely just out hustled us tonight, and that's not us. So.
Thank you both. We'll start with questions for Coach Gurdy in just a second. Please raise your hand. Questions for Coach Gurdy? We'll start with Matthew over there.
Coach, obviously one of the biggest things that or two of the biggest things that stand out is the turnovers and the free throws. What are some of the things that can be done before Kentucky to try to rectify those?
Well, I think, we have to come out and be more aggressive. I thought we did a really poor job of being aggressive. I thought we settled for early shots, and, they found a way to be more aggressive and attack us and get to the free throw line. I thought over and over we gave up strong hand drives. They're so strong, dominant hand with their right. We let Blake's catch it over and over. We let Moore catch it over and over. And I feel like those are things within our control, within effort and energy. That's not tactical. That's not anything. And I think I kept pleading and begging most of the night that it couldn't be that easy, and it was letting them catch it in perfect spacing. So, the one thing I'll walk away is maybe I should have gone to my bench because I didn't think that, for whatever reason, and it's disappointing, we just allowed them to be a lot more aggressive than we were. I think there's a 17-point differential, between their benefit from the offensive glass and their score off turnovers compared to ours. And anytime that you give up that big of a differential and you aren't able to balance that with your hustle plays, it's gonna be a long day.
Coach, how important was it to be able to have Sarah Ashlee play, 39 out of possible 40 minutes in her first game back, and really not show any signs of rust at all with, the career high 36 points, and really have her be, in tempo and control throughout the game?
Yeah, it was great. I know, like Essay said, though, any win would be more important than anything, but she's worked so hard. Our training staff's done a great job. She's been practicing, for quite a few days here this week to put her in a position. And the most important thing to me, that she was ready and it was best for her. But we just didn't. I thought we stood and watched a lot today, which was disappointing, and didn't do a very good job of helping her a little bit. And we've got to do a better job around her. So.
Yeah, Michaela Blake's just a freshman, but 33 points. How good was she for Vanderbilt tonight, and what did you see from her?
Yeah, she's just a baller. She wants to make plays. She's fearless. It was impressive as far as how much she wanted the basketball in her hands, which was a complete difference than how we looked on the perimeter. Again, we were trying to limit her touches, and credit her energy and effort getting open and wanting the ball exceeded our ability to keep her from getting the ball. And it's where she caught it. She's so strong with her right hand, and she continued to over and over attack us going right. So, from a tactical and a preparation standpoint, this is one of those moments where I am baffled at our energy and effort. We're going to have to learn how to focus with family and friends and people in town, and whatever it was about today sure needs to change very quickly because we're going to see Michaela Blake's a whole lot, and she's very talented, and we certainly made her look really good with letting her do her work to her strengths tonight, and we didn't take any of those away.
Coach, last night we saw you at the LSU game, men's basketball game, and you were telling fans to come out and support the team. How important is that support in the stands and in the crowd with our fans?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like your shirt says, everyone watches women's sports. I absolutely love your shirt. And I think it's really important that we continue to do everything that we can. I want to work as hard as I can to make sure that we're out speaking, talking, pleading, telling everybody to come out and support this team. They deserve it. You know, and there are ups and downs, and we appreciate them being here today and hope they'll come out next Sunday. So I'm going to continue to work as hard as we can to build this fan base and continue to work as hard as we can to show up and be everywhere we need to be. So thank you for watching women's sports and wearing that shirt today.
To the left with Matthew.
Coach, one of the things that kind of popped up at the end was a situational basketball there where there was an intentional foul that was cutting that chance away from y'all for getting a shot with 4 seconds left. Just how important is it to kind of be ready for situations like that, and how much of a emphasis is put in just being ready for anything?
Well, I think the thing that's, you know, each and every, and certainly don't mean this in a negative way, each and every crew has a certain amount of grace that they give you on responses. Today we didn't get much grace, and we've been teaching and talking about that in practice, that our response always needs to be with some composure and discipline. I thought we showed a tremendous lack of discipline today, and that is something that I know that I pride myself on teaching and instilling. You know, the discipline now that we're about to have to go out and be able to minister and give back to a group of young ones that are here for a clinic post-game. So you've just got to do the right thing, and we've got to do a better job with our discipline and composure on responses. And that was a big play. That was a big, the margin for error, it's a game of mistakes, and whether that's a missed box out or whether that's giving up a right-hand drive. You know, everybody may look at missed shots, but we had way too many miscues and choices, and hopefully we can all learn from it.
Last question, Elijah.
What do you want to see from this team over the next few days before heading to Lexington on Thursday? What type of response do you want to see?
Look, it's a direct reflection. I'm so disappointed in our energy and effort today. So energy and effort. And I know that is within my control, and I'll do everything I can. Just really disappointed in today. A lot of miscues and uncharacteristic behavior from a discipline standpoint. And I think with energy and effort comes discipline, and with discipline comes energy and effort. So I think those are 3 things that we have to continue to control the controllables, and those things are within our control. You can't always control if your shot goes in. Can't always, but you can control about 90% of the other things, and we have to do a better job with that, and I'll try and coach better and help them get to that point.